Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late May 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Pisces collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us? What do you have for Pisces gang in late May? It is Gemini season at the time of this filming. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces gang in late May. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's get this card out nice and quick. Almost. That card did like a little tumble in my hand. Okay. So this one popped out though, and I haven't seen our little ballerina friend in quite a while. And this is like right up there, prototypical Piscean energy, that's for sure. I love the creativity aspect of it. It is a little daydreamy, a little sleepy, nothing wrong with that. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more about this image. Now, I really appreciate this card because I feel like there's a lot going on in a little bit of space. So you see, we have these two little clown ballerinas, right? One laying down here, having a little nap, taking a little snooze. This other one seems to be performing on a tightrope. Now, we might think that these are two totally different people, where one is watching the other. But to me, I think of this as either someone planning on doing something, so I'm thinking ahead into the future, or I'm reminiscing. So it is in that headspace. It's very creative and imaginative, which I think is a good thing, and that is a classic Piscean trait, where there's a certain creativity, outside the box type of thinking. So any sort of creative pursuit or hobby or anything like that, highly favored in this time when this shows up. The only downside to this card is it could be in its brain a little too much. It could be a little too inward focusing. And that's something I've been seeing for the water signs this week in particular, is that there is a very heavy inward focus. And that's what this card does. So sometimes it could be in dreamland a little too much. Sometimes its head might be a little too far in the clouds. So listen, nothing wrong with that. And I have Pisces placements myself, so I totally get it. There's something comforting about it. For some Pisces, you might just feel a little tired, though, as well. That's another thing. But we're just going to put her down here. I love the creative outlet potential and the planning ahead. So we're just going to let her chill out. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Pisces gang. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. Really, really nice, my friends. The reading was titled Exciting News Incoming, and even the week before that, there was like something about a massive blessing. There's great energy moving towards the Pisces collective. So even if you've been having a rough one, I just love the energetic wave that was moving towards Pisces. And I always say wins, victories, exciting news, that comes in all different shapes and sizes, whether it's personal relationships, work, money, you name it. It could be anything. But if that hasn't come in for you, the energy could still bleed over. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Pisces gang in late May. What is happening? Let's get these cards out nice and quick. Wow. All right, maybe we're off to another really good start. We got the good old 11-11 card. The 4 of Wands. Beautiful stuff. Now, normally I do like an action card in the first position. This one isn't necessarily action, but all the things that it represents to me are pretty positive. And speak about positive, we got our good pal here showing up in the second position. The King of Cups, a.k.a. Kyle of Cups himself without a beard. He's chilling there with a goblet. He's just enjoying himself. This energy to me feels like someone on vacation, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to get too intuitive just yet. All right, cool. Yeah, what is this, like, calm, vacation-like type of energy? So we got the beautiful Lady Justice right here on the background as well. And then 7 of Pentacles right here on the back. So we do have like a few complex themes showing up within this spread. Yes, there are karmic archetypes here. But for the most part, the energy seems very, very chill. which can be great, even for you cross watchers. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. At first glance, you know me, I always love to look at the elements. I feel like that paints a picture for us and it frames the reading and tells us how comfortable we might be with the elements. And we have every single element represented here. We have fire, water, air, earth. Boom. So we have the whole combination. I always say when there's too much of one element, it could make the reading a little lopsided. So there's a good balance here. You know, right here with the fire, that's the realm of action. So the actions you take, the actions you want to take, it's health, vitality, wellness, energy levels. So all that stuff can be in play here. The downside to fire is that it could be a little unpredictable, right? It's like so powerful, so intense that it could be explosive sometimes. Here in the center, we have your comfort zone. We have your power level with the water, matters of the heart. So things that we're emotionally invested in, things that we care about, whether it's our work, whether it's a relationship, whatever it might be. It's something that I genuinely care about. It could be the creativity and the imagination we were speaking about as well. Now, the downside to water is that sometimes it could be a little too intense and overwhelming. So watch out for emotional overwhelm. But usually people with Pisces placements are really good with dealing with that. Right here on the back end, we have air. That's the mindset, right? It's logical, it's pragmatic. So we have heart, mind. They usually show up next to each other whenever I get them in a reading. So I always like that little balancing act that's going on. It's about information, giving or receiving, knowledge, communication, all of that can be in play. Usually swords and air are very sharp, smart, and intelligent. The only downside, it could lead to overthinking, and it could also sometimes be cold and detached. And then right here for our bonus card, we have the earth to really round everything out. That's matters of security, stability, routine, day-to-day life, money, work, business, finance, home, and family. The downside to earth is that it's pretty immovable and can sometimes feel stuck. So you see, we have the full gamut. These could be all different things. Let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number 1, Four of Wands. Absolutely love it. And we see it, and a lot of people call it the 1111 card for obvious reasons, right? We have the 1111. And we see these people, they're celebrating in front of a home. They're having a really good time. So to me, normally when I see it, I'm like, yeah, this is a card of wins or victories. Now, circling back on the omens, I am a big believer that spirit does communicate to us in a variety of different ways, whether it's through number signs, synchronicities, sometimes dreams. And this card will show up in that way. When spirit's trying to get our attention about something. So we want to keep a lookout for potential repeating themes in this week's reading, because spirit might be either trying to guide you or warn you, depending. I'm still getting a pretty optimistic vibe here. But aside from that, it's a win, a victory, celebrating, people coming together. This is usually a very, very good card of blessings. Now, the downside to the Four of Wands is that it is very, very long term, right? Like this is a sturdy, stable energy. Even though it's wands, it kind of stuck in place. So it's not really doing much. It's kind of just chilling. So maybe there is something where spirit's like, all right, let that simmer for a bit. Because I still get this like laid back vacation vibe for some reason. It's so unique. We're just going to let them chill there. Sometimes this energy can feel stuck, and it can also represent home and family. Now, moving to the middle, we got one of your big power cards. We got our good friend here, Mr. King of Cups, chilling right there. And I always say when it comes to all kings, they represent control of their respective suit. We spoke about the water and what that represents. So what does the king do? Keeps everything in line, keeps everything on track. It does represent the fullest expression of the suit. So big feelings, big emotions, big love. This can also be a very celebratory type of energy as well, because you see him there sitting with his goblet. So like when I get the Four of Wands, that's chilling. King of Cups is chilling, having himself a drink. I don't know, the energy to me just feels very calm, cool, and collected. And that could be good, and that can change when we start clarifying it, but so far this is great. He shows up a lot in love readings too, but we're just going to put him down there. Now, the downside to the King of Cups, sometimes with the emotional overwhelm, there could be a lot of things that we can't help but feel it. Sometimes this could be an energy that feels very up and down, like if we lose control of our emotions. So watch out for that. Now, here on the back end, we have the lovely Lady Justice. Beautiful. So Libra energy. If you're connected to Libra or have Libra placements, here you go right here. Now, she has a lot of detail tied into this card, because it could be a lot of things, from fairness, balance, decision-making, choices. She could also deal with like actual paperwork, like contracts, anything you're putting your signature on, things that you're signing up for, loans, legal situations. So again, anything you're signing or putting your name on a dotted line for, be very cautious when Lady Justice is here. But normally she's that nice, cool, neutral approach. That's what I like about her. Another thing with Lady Justice, she is the biggest karmic card. Now, karma is a whole subject in and of itself, whether it's karmic connections, karmic cycles, karmic lessons, you name it. And then like when we get the omens and her, And then the bonus card, it does have this karmic undertone for some reason, which doesn't have to be a bad thing, and it can also be big picture about our life's journey. Here on the back end, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Love this card. And we see our little friend here doing a little bit of gardening. So, not surprisingly, this could be a card of like gardening, spending time in nature, growing things slowly. We see him waiting there for those pentacles to bloom. This is a big card of patience. But the karmic aspect is reaping what you sow. What you put forth, you get back in return. So there are a few things we want to pay attention to, but the thing that all these cards share in common, even though they're different meanings, different suits, they're all just chilling, right? So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Pisces. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Pisces, gang? What's happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Four of Wands. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, why is that Four of Wands here, please? Why is that Four of Wands here? Thank you. So many options, paths, choices, beautiful. I mean, we do have this little heady, imaginative type of energy. If now is a great time for just like random eureka moments or ideas where it's like, aha, oh, that's what I'm going to do. That's going to make sense. You know, sometimes it's a great time for action, and sometimes it's a good time to plan or like brainstorm. That's how this feels to me initially, and especially going back here with the imagination. The Seven of Cups is a card of choices and paths and options. It does have that little number sign synchronicity too, so definitely watch your dreams, because there could be a lot of various different omens coming your way. I don't want to say they're bad things, but it's like, no, Spirit's trying to get your attention. So a lot of Pisces are sensitive to that anyway, so you'd probably know already what we're talking about. But yeah, the Four of Wands, Seven of Cups is like, no, Spirit's trying to get a message through to you or trying to communicate. But I like this. I really do. It's like giving something time to materialize. So if there's something you've been praying for, something you've been manifesting, something you've been trying to bring in, when I see the Four of Wands with the Seven of Cups, it's like, no, give it time to materialize. Let it do what it's going to do. We don't care how, we don't care when. We just know what we create and just let it come through. And I hope that makes sense to you, but that's just how this energy is showing up to me. Am I already getting wins, victories? Absolutely. But I'm still getting those omens, especially in the dream state and those eureka moments. So it's a great time for ideas, really, and creativity of any kind. So it's just really great. We're going to keep going. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time there. It's just like very simple, straightforward. I like it. Let's go in on the King of Cups. Let's see if we get any more themes. Actually, now we are starting to get some themes, because I didn't even realize we got repeating sevens already. So let's go in on the King of Cups. Let's go in on the King of Cups here. Usually the sevens are like the calm before the storm, normally, or like the time right before something comes in. Okay, all right, we've been seeing this card quite a bit. So we got the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Wow, just so beautiful. Again, that magnetism is still here, Pisces. The Ace of Cups, I mean, not the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, to me, as with all aces, represents offers, opportunities. This is absolutely beautiful. Especially the Ace of Pentacles, it's great for like work, business. It could be a conversation of some sort. So just know, when I see the King of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles, this could be an important talk or a serious talk of some kind. It doesn't necessarily feel bad. It just feels like one that needs to be had, where it's like, all right, we need to address this. We need to talk about this. Boom. And it happens, and it doesn't feel like there's a lot of fallout from it. But again, the offers, the opportunities, I think I got a very similar thing in the Cancer reading as well, so it's here. This is something that kind of just drops in our lap. Several signs have gotten this, and you're one of them. So especially under one of your power cards, it's like, I'm just sitting here chilling, and these energies are coming to me. So just like we saw here in the front, where it's like, let it materialize, let it do what it's going to do. Boom, the energy comes in. It's coming. It's already on the way. Like, there's nothing to really stress about. So I think this is great. So could it be a nice conversation, important or serious talk? Yes. But at the same time, I feel like this, we can't see it any other way than like a win, victory, offer, opportunity. It's all here. It's all here. So we're going to keep going. We're going to see what Lady Justice has for you. So why is Lady Justice in the mix for Pisces? Why is Lady Justice here? And then we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow card. Nice. I mean, I don't know why the energy is just so chill. this week, Pisces. And listen, I know most people with Pisces placements do have a relaxed way about them. But under Lady Justice, we got the Two of Cups, partnerships. Again, this is another card of conversations, talking things out, communication. I just love how the energy flows this week. Now, I do still feel that the omens could be coming hot and heavy. And I don't necessarily feel like they're warning omens. To me, they feel more so like guidance to do this, guidance to do that. So again, when it comes to like getting urges to do something, this same thing I saw in the Cancer reading, I'm giving it to you as well. If I feel an urge to do something, I go and do it. I don't second guess it. Now, I'm not saying go and do anything too super crazy risky, but there's just something here about divine timing, right place, right time, doing the right things just flowing, not trying, not forcing, just allowing. Like the energy unfolds how it needs to unfold. So again, aside from the omens, we still got the wins and the opportunities and the victories, and it just seems to be one of those energies where things just unfold the way they need to. They might not unfold the way you expect them to, but they unfold the way they need to. So there's a lot of great claimable stuff here, right? So Two of Cups, partnerships, soul ties, soul connections, people that are very important to us. It's usually a nice, smooth, silky, smooth, easy flowing, easy going type of energy. So underneath Lady Justice, I mean, it's just beautiful the way the energy plays out. So like from front to back, I like your reading again, Pisces. So even if you're going through a difficult time, there's this energy that's trying to calm you and chill you. And it's like, hey, relax, relax. Everything's going to be fine. Just let it unfold how it needs to. So that's great. Whether you are having issues or situations with work, money, finance, or even personal relationships, all of it could be in play because I feel like we're getting a little bit of everything here. So let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. So it's like 3 weeks in a row. I'm really liking what I'm seeing for Pisces. If you kindly look in the box position, number one, we got the Four of Wands with the Seven of Cups. A great time for ideas and inspiration and that eureka, aha moment type of stuff. Really great. We got the omens all over the place, the karmic energy in the undertone. So to me, they do feel more like spirit guiding you to do things, not to avoid, right? Because I do believe sometimes spirit tries to move us away from things or make us avoid things. These are things guiding you to take certain actions. Moving to the middle, we have the King of Cups himself with the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Can't get much better than that. Sure, could it be an important or serious talk? Yeah, but to me, it's like an offer, opportunity, or even a win that just kind of pops into my lap where it's like, oh, all right, cool, I'll take it. The energy just seems to materialize. Moving to the back end, we have Lady Justice with the Two of Cups in the upright. So it's like we're hitting on all cylinders. We have this nice, calm, relaxed, vacation-y type of energy and just allowing things to unfold. But remember what I was saying, like we don't understand why things happen or how they happen. We just kind of have to trust and allow, and that's what this energy is doing. So we got wins of all kinds. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for Pisces, gang. What's happening? And yeah, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. Let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get this going here. What do we got? Cool. So we have the Knight of Wands, the action, and this does tie right into what I was saying about like the divine timing and impulsive action. The Knight of Wands is all about that. Now, the good side of the Knight of Wands, it's highly energetic, it's making moves, it's taking action. So if you have been feeling a little bit drained, this is good because it's energy recuperation. Love the Knight of Wands for this. But this is an energy that can't stay still for too long. So like when I see all this energy here that's like calm, relax, chill, the Knight of Wands is like, no, 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 I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this. So there might be that little internal battle in this time where it's like, how can I just chill out at a time like this? That's what this guy does. But at the same time, the Knight of Wands can be very risky. So as I said earlier within the reading, hey, if you have the urges to do certain things, take certain actions, don't be afraid to do it. Just don't go too wild when this guy shows up because sometimes he could be overly impulsive. So we're going to put him down right there, my good friends. That's what I got for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The May subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. My May calendar is up and the spots go quick, so you might want to check it out. But for the May subscriber surprise, we're doing another winner's choice. I will choose 3 lucky subscribers to win either a copy of the Tarot of the Owls, beautiful deck, and it's really nice, or 3 custom made pendants from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, out of the cards that showed up in this week's reading, which one caught your attention most or resonated with you most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in the posts tab. My friends, much love, and I'll talk to you soon.